if you're a fan of the mob movie genre like I am, then this is a very familiar face with a very familiar voice. Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there? Take it easy, Phil. Whatever happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. This piece of shit's cousin murdered my brother Billy with no provocation whatsoever. That's what happened there, you fucking cocksucker. But that voice fell silent today as actor Frank Vincent died at the age of 78 from heart surgery complications. He had a very long career. He generally was in mob or Italian-orientated movies, but generally the mob genre. His first appearance was in The Death Collector in 1976, which starred frequent co-star Joe Pesci. But Frank Vincent also played in Raging Bull, Dear Mr. Wonderful, once again with Joe Pesci, Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. He was in Wise Guys, Do the Right Thing, Goodfellas, Jungle Fever, Federal Hill, Casino, Gotti, West New York. He appeared in New York Undercover, the television program. Witness to the Mob. And I think the role that cemented him is more recent popularity to a younger fan base. He was in The Sopranos for several seasons, playing Phil Leotardo, who on a television program went from being a soldier who, as we all know, did 20 fucking years in the can, went from being a soldier to an underboss, well, from a soldier to a capo to a underboss to the boss before he met his demise toward the end of the series. I think it was the last episode of the series. A couple things I want to say about Frank Vincent. In Raging Bull, his character Salvi was beaten up by Joe Pesci, who was the brother of Jake LaMotta, of course, who was portrayed by Robert De Niro. In 1990, he played Billy Batts, and of course, Billy Batts was the made man who met his demise at the hands of Joe Pesci's character named Tommy, Ray Liotta's character named Henry Hill, and Jimmy Conway, played by Robert De Niro. Of course, none of those men were made men like Billy Bat, and of course, because it was seen that Tommy was the one who provoked the incident, ultimately Tommy was killed in that setup where he thought he was going to be made, and they actually murdered him. But anyway, in those two movies, he was beaten up and one of them killed by Joe Pesci's character. So in the movie Casino, he played Frank Marino, who was, of course, the top lieutenant to Nick Santoro, once again played by Joe Pesci. So in the script, in the ending scene where Nick Santoro, was killed along with his brother, it was written and named as Billy Batts Gets His Revenge. And it's one of the reasons why in that last scene when they're in the cornfield, you see Frank Vincent's character, Frank Marino, with a bat as a reference and homage to Billy Batts in Goodfellas, getting his revenge for being killed by Tommy or Joe Pesci. So Joe Pesci finally gets his revenge and kills Joe Pesci in this movie. But I've always liked Frank Vincent as an actor. I've always read that he was a nice guy. He was very kind to his fans. And it's a sad day, man. Another actor from The Sopranos is no longer here. So it's been 10 years now since the show been off the air. So, but still, it's sad. It's a sad day for Sopranos fans and those of us who like the mob genre movies and whatnot. So rest in peace, actor Frank Vincent. And thank you for the contributions to films and some of the more iconic films we've had in the past 35 years, in my opinion. He was in a couple of masterpieces from Martin Scorsese and some masterpieces by Spike Lee, which shows that he could work under various ethnicities and different directions, and took directions from anybody. One other thing I want to say, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he also appeared in oh God, I can't remember the name of the song, but many of you guys remember. He also appeared in a music video from Nas. I think it was back in the mid-90s. I cannot remember the name of the music video, but you know, he was Frank Vincent was a really cool dude, man, and he'll be missed, man. But I know some of you guys in the comment section remember that video I'm talking about. But rest in peace, Frank Vincent.